Amidst the grief and sadness at Tyre Nichols' funeral, there was also palpable anger over the savage way in which he was beaten by officers, along with passionate appeals for police reform and legislative change. Vice President Kamala Harris, speaking at the funeral, said it is now non-negotiable that Congress must pass the George Floyd Policing Act. The bill aims to increase police accountability. The legislation has been stalled in Congress where it cannot get enough Republican votes to pass. But the death of Tyre Nichols has revived efforts to reach a bipartisan compromise. President Joe Biden has vowed to sign it, if it comes to his desk. Many people I spoke to in Memphis told me they had not watched the harrowing police videos that show Mr. Nichols being kicked, punched and hit with a baton while lying on the ground. They said they didn't need to watch the tapes to know how the police behave in their city. And few were surprised that it was black officers who killed Mr. Nichols. Amber Sherman has been campaigning for police reform in Memphis for years. She says black police officers are not immune from the institutionalized racism she sees in the police force. The system of policing is inherently white supremacist, racist and anti-black, she says. And so the fact that someone who is black joins that system doesn't mean that they're going to remember that they're black, or they're going to put that first. They put being an officer first, and then what happens is black folks have these people attacking them regardless of looking like them. I met Mark Jackson at the makeshift memorial that's been erected on the spot where Mr. Nichols was killed. He'd brought a small red skateboard with Mr. Nichols' name written across it to place beside the flowers and teddy bears already arranged around a white cross. He told me he fears that he or his 16-year-old son could be assaulted by the police at any time simply because they are black. And they don't feel any safer dealing with black officers. They would have never beat a white man like they beat Tyre, he told me. The perception is we have less value, we probably have less legal standing. And they probably felt they would get away with it. After every tragic police killing there are the same calls for action and reform. Rarely does significant change occur.